The market may have finished the C wave and started the next move higher, but the bulls must stay active to keep the move alive. This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so the market tried to make the push down for that lower low that we talked about in yesterday's video, but they actually double bottomed, and then the bulls made a very strong move up from there. We can make the case that the bulls are trying to start wave 1 of 5 higher towards 4,700, but they have some work to do first. I'll get into all that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. Okay, before we jump into the charts, two things, guys. First, I wore my Golden Knights gear today for my buddy Kevin in the comments because the Oilers suck, Kevin. Just kidding. I'm glad you're here. And second, guys, every day this happens. It wouldn't be a great day if we didn't have fun in my trading room and make some money. You can see the comments on the screen. The reason I do this is to help people become better traders, help the average trader beat the stock market, and see people make money and build retirements and build incomes trading, which people just don't normally do. There are people who are brand new to the channel, don't even understand Elliott Wave, but they understand the trades and they get in and they're making money. So I'm really proud of that, and that's why I do this. So if you want to know more about that, check out the end of the video and I'll tell you about it. Okay, let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, guys, here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And we're looking at the futures here. Normally, that's what I trade off of. That's what I look at. That's what my key levels are off of. But there's a key component to what happened today that we need to talk about on the SPX chart. This double bottom here is an exact double bottom on ES. And technically, you can still count that as a wave 2 in Elliott Wave. It just can't retrace more than 100% of wave 1. So this can be counted as wave 2. And on the SPX chart, okay, on the actual S&P 500 standard chart, not the futures chart, this low did not double bottom. I mean, if you look at the chart, essentially it double bottomed, but it didn't do it as far as price goes. It was about 20 or 30 cents higher, I believe. So it's not a true double bottom on the SPX chart, which makes this a valid wave 2 on that chart. It makes it a valid wave 2 on this chart, but double bottoms can be a little bit tricky. So we got the move down. They held the top of the pivot again, which we expect. That's why Elliott Wave is so powerful, so you know these levels. And then we got a really strong push up out of here, what we think is the start of wave 3. We need a little more information to find that out because, as I said, double bottoms are a little bit tricky. But what it looks like is they pushed up just over the 1236 fib, which is very common for the start of a wave 3, and then started to pull back here. And the key level for us to watch here is the 618 extension of waves 1 and 2, which is 4478. If we're going to be in wave 3, they need to hold that level, okay, and then push higher again up towards this 4533 area to complete wave 3 of this move up. From there, we would expect a pullback to around 4500 to get wave 4 of 1, and then complete the 5th wave up to about 4554. So again, guys, we've made what looks like the start of wave 3 up. We would look for a pullback to the pivot area, which is 4478 to 4486, a hold of that area, a pushback up towards 4533 to complete wave 3, a pullback in 4 towards 4500, and then up again to 4554 to complete this move up off the low to start wave 1 of this wave 5. So we had red circle 4 down here. Now we're moving up towards red circle 5, which is up in the 4700 range. If this plays out as we have it on the chart here and we get a standard pullback here for wave 2, it targets about 4708, which is exactly where we'd expect wave 1 to end, in that 4700 plus region. So as it looks right now, the bulls are in control and it looks good for a move up. However, this is the important part, guys. All you trollers down there in the comments, make sure you listen to this part too. If they break the pivot, okay, the 618 and 764 fibs, okay, if they break the bottom of that, which is 4478, then it becomes likely we come down and retest this and probably push down into the pivot and get that final push down that we were looking for this wave 5 over here. So the 4478 area is a very critical area for the bulls to hold. If they hold that and push higher, then we look at 4553 pretty directly. If not, then they can break that down and we can come down and test these lows and likely push down into the pivot a little bit further. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward from here, and that's the beauty of the impulsive waves versus the corrective waves. Is the impulsive waves have very clear levels, and the corrective waves have a lot of zigzags in them that make them very difficult to track. So pretty clear. We need a hold of 44.78 and a push higher to take out this high here at 45.17. We get that, and we should be looking at 45.33 to complete wave 3. Pull back to 4,500 and then up towards 45.54 to complete wave 1 of 5 up. However, if the bears do break this 44.78 level, then it becomes more likely we come down and push a little deeper into the pivot for this wave 5. All right, over on the NASDAQ, we have a little bit trickier of a setup. So we talked about yesterday the potential for this move up to be all of wave 1 because it extended all the way to the 2.0 extension. Basically, it was a little bit short of that, but basically got to the 2.0 extension, and that is a very common target for a completed wave. So when you see the 2.0 extension almost reach, we can argue that this was all of wave 1 instead of just wave 3 of 1. The pullback today did break our must-hold level at 14,371, but it kind of just poked and reversed. So it wasn't a huge break. So for right now, I'm going to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt and keep this wave 4 down here and see how the rest of this plays out. If we do break on the SP 500, break the pivot level and come back down and the NASDAQ is following, then I would expect a lower low here, and then we would relabel this as wave 2, okay, and relabel this as wave 1. So for right now on the NASDAQ, I am going to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt and keep this as a wave 4, but I do want to see how it plays out before I get too committed on the NASDAQ on how exactly this structure is going to go. So as it stands right now, we're counting this as 3 at the top, 4 down here, because we did just kind of poke and reverse through that must-hold area, and then we'll see how it plays out. If it pushes lower, then we need it to hold this 618 retrace at 14,159, and then that would be a wave 2 at that point, and this would become wave 1, assuming that that holds. Okay, so the NASDAQ's a little trickier, not as straightforward as the ES is because of how high this pushed on its initial push up. So we just got to get some clarity from the market on that. So pretty straightforward update today, guys. The bulls are in control, and as long as they hold the key levels, we look higher. And if those key levels break, then we should see another push down. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. Okay, there's a link down in the description. Click that link, and it will take you right over to the website. Once you get there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial. You saw the comments earlier in the video. You see how much fun people are having in there, how well they're doing, and how much better of traders they're becoming, and I want you to be part of that. That's why I give you the 7-day free trial, because I want you to get in there, experience it, and make sure you love it before you ever spend a penny. Okay, our first room is my room, the Invest with Jacob room, and there you get all of my real-time market updates, my buy and sell alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We do only trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades last from a few days to a few months, which means we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. Okay, and there you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary trading method that is so powerful and so cool. You have to see it to believe it. It's incredible how well he does with it and how good he is at understanding the market. He's a 30-year plus trader, and the guy understands sentiment better than anybody I've ever been around. Okay, so we would love to have you in there, guys. Come on in and let's make some money together. All right, key takeaways for today. The bulls need to hold the key level here on the ES at 44.78. If they can hold that and push higher up towards that 45.33 level, then it's looking pretty good for our setup here for wave 1 of 5 to get started. However, if that 44.78 level breaks, then we can see a new low here to complete wave C down. Over on the NASDAQ, it's a little trickier. All right, we're giving the bulls the benefit of the doubt right now. Even though they came through our must-hold level here, they didn't invalidate the count and break the wave 1. And they kind of just poked and reversed through it. So we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. And assuming they can hold and move higher as well, then we're looking for wave 5 up to complete wave 1 on the NASDAQ as well. However, if they do push lower, then it becomes a wave 2 or possibly even a retest of the lows, depending on how everything else plays out. Guys, it's the weekend. I've got a little bit of bourbon left here. I drank most of it here while doing the video, but have a drink. Enjoy your family. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you next week.